Hi guys, welcome to our sixth episode. Today we will be discussing on the many-to-many relationships in our database. It will be a complete practical course. You will get to learn a lot from this video. Without wasting much of our time, let's get started. So at first I'll open my MySQL command line client and here. So guys, since this topic is dedicated to many relationships, uh, I will first explain you a little bit on what we will be doing today. So, as my screen, Notepad++ screen is visible to you guys, today we will be playing with this many-to-many relationship data. So, I wanted to explain you guys a little bit on what this exactly is. So, we will have a student table. That student table will have entities of an ID and a student name. So the ID entity is a primary key and the name is the name of the particular student. We have a courses table. That courses table has a ID, which is the primary key of the respective table, and we have a course name. Third table we have is of instructors. Instructors has an ID as well as a instructor name. Apart from these tables, we have other two tables which makes the many-to-many relationship. One is an enrollment table, other is a teaching table. So enrollment table has a enrollment ID which generally acts as a primary key to this enrollment table. Apart from that, we have a student ID, we have a course ID which maps the enrollment table to table students and courses respectively, as well as we have a teaching table where we have a teaching ID which is the primary key for table teaching, and apart from that we have instructor ID as well as course ID which maps the table instructor and courses to this teaching table. So guys, we will create these five tables, and after creating these five tables we will insert value in them. After inserting value, today we will be doing these four exercises for our course. So these four exercises include, we will list all the students enrolled in the Physics 101 course. Then we will find the instructor who teach Math 101 course. Thirdly, we will retrieve the names of the courses that Alice is enrolled in. And lastly, we will list all the courses taught by Professor Smith. So let's get started. Okay guys, so in order to avoid the video extra length, I have pre-created these tables already in a separate database, so that, and I have inserted values so that the video length does not increase unnecessarily, because we have already covered the topics of create and insert in our previous videos. You can have a look on these videos to understand the create table as well as insert values in the table series. So I'll show you guys what we have exactly done. So first I will fire my command show databases. For our this tutorial we will be using this university database. So I will type use university, and yeah, our database is changed and we are in university. In university we'll show tables. Okay, so as per the diagram which I showed you previously, we have our tables already created. I'll show you the description of each and every table. So uh, describe describe courses. Okay, so courses is an ID field, name field. ID is of type integer, name is of varchar 50 type. We have description of student. Student is again ID, name. ID is the primary key, name is the default values. So description of our third table is instructors. Okay, instructor again, same. Then we have our fourth table, which is enrollment. And yeah, enrollment, we have student ID, we have course ID, and these are the foreign keys of student table as well as the course table. Our last table is the teaching table. Yes. So without wasting much of time, let's jump to the solution of the first exercise. List all students enrolled in Physics 101 course. Now guys, in order to list all the students enrolled in Physics 101 course, we need to perform join operation. So the join, we have not covered it till date. In this video link, I am using join, but I just wanted to make an announcement that there will be a separate video on different types of joins. For now, we are using join, but you guys don't need to worry. I'll create a separate video on different types of joins. And for now, we will be using join. Now, in order to solve this first exercise, there are two ways by which we can solve it. One is the way of creating a view and solving it, and the second approach is of using a subquery. So the I'll show you the view approach first, and then we will move on to the subquery. So just to give you the gist of the exercise, we have to list all the students enrolled in the Physics 101 course. Okay, so first let's do select star from student. Okay, so we have these many students. Then we'll do select star from courses, and we have these many courses, and we have to find the students who are enrolled in Physics 101. And for that we have two approach. First is to create a view, and second is to use subquery. So first we will be I will be showing you the view approach. So basically guys, this view is just a virtual table which we can create using the joins. There is a particular syntax for creating view. I'll just create it and show you guys. So we will be using three tables for that, which is, let's start from enrollment. So our three tables which we will be using for this particular first operation is as follows. We will be using enrollment table, we will be using courses table, we will be using student table. So first we'll create a view, which is another additional table, virtual table, which will be created. And after creating a view, we can use a select statement on view and get the data, and then we can drop the view respectively. So let's do our create view. Let's make it student courses join. We have named this view as student courses join, and then we'll type as this is the syntax, and in the syntax now we'll write select a student dot name, and then as student name we'll give an alias to this particular name of student as student name, and then our second column which we need is uh, courses dot name as course name, and after that from student. This is our first statement. So what we want to select, we want to select the student dot name, which this dot operators points to this, will be pointing to this name, and we have given it an alias of student name, and this courses dot name, this dot operator will be pointing to this name of courses as course name. Guys, we are using this dot operator to identify different columns of the same table, since these both of these columns have the same name, so we are using this dot operator to make a difference here. After this from student, we will join our first, we'll make a join uh, enrollment, and join enrollment on enrollment dot student id equal to, this is guys mostly an inner join. I'll make a separate video on inner join and all different types of join. We have cross join, we have left and right join, we have inner joins. So there will be a separate video coming on this topic, joins. But for now we are using join in this many to many relationship exercise for the current video. First we will join enrollment on enrollment.studentid equal to student.id, which is the id coming from this student table. Next we will join next we will be joining courses on enrollment dot course id equal to courses dot id. I think that's it guys. We have written the query for creating a view. The view will be a virtual table which will be created in our database university, which we are using currently, and the syntax is written in the screen, which is create view student courses join, as we have selected the student name and we have given it an alias of student name, and we have selected the course name and we have given it an alias of course name, and we have selected these two values from student, and then we are joining enrollment table with a join enrollment on the enrollment.studentid equal to student.id, and then we are joining the courses table to this enrollment by the course id, which is the syntax. Let's execute this command and see whether our view of student courses joining gets created. So yeah guys, our query has successfully run and we have created the student courses join table. So let's see, show tables, and yeah, we can see here that student courses join is created. Now for our first exercise, we'll query this data. Student, will say select star from student courses joined. And yeah guys, our data is returned wherein we have a student name, we have course name, and we have the data of all the students, Travis, Aman, Elise, again Aman, Travis, Elise. So many-to-many relationships says that many students can take up many courses. So you can see that Aman has taken multiple courses, Travis has taken multiple courses. So let's our first exercise, as per our first exercise, we want the data of all the students taking physics 101 course. So simply we'll apply a select query wherein we'll say select student name, and in this student name we'll say that select student name from student courses join, where course name equal to physics, and then we'll give a space 101. We'll close the bracket, provide a semicolon, and yeah, our student name is returned. So there are two students, namely Travis and Aman, who are enrolled in this physics 101 course. So guys, we have achieved the result for the first exercise. Now this third exercise which we have, for this also we can use the above view which we have created. So what we want to do in the third exercise, we want to retrieve the name of the courses that Alice is enrolled in. Since we have already created a dedicated table for student courses join, dedicated view actually, so we can query it here and get the data. So let's say we'll type select course name from student courses join, where student name equal to, I want the data for Alice. I'll type Alice, close the semicolon, and I'll close the bracket and provide the semicolon, and I'll give an enter, and we return the courses. So our Alice is enrolled in the numerology 101 course, she's enrolled in economics 101 course, and she's enrolled in maths 101 course. So yeah, this is how we can, this is the solution of the first and the third exercise. There is another way by which we can do the same, and it is using the subquery. So I'll show you the subquery approach. So for subquery, we can type the logic as, let's say I'll call it select subquery dot name, and we'll say from, and we'll open a bracket. So basically whatever query we write inside the bracket will get executed first. Now in this prompt we'll do a join, select student dot name, and then we will type courses dot name, and let's give an alias to this courses dot name. It will be called as course from instructors, and then, sorry, this will not be from instructors, this will be from student. So what basically we want the student name, we want the course name. For the course name we have given an alias as course, and we will be selecting both of these data from student table. After that, we will be joining again from join enrollment on enrollment. Guys, this example of join which we are using currently is a very brief explanation of inner join. We are using inner join right now, but I will make a separate dedicated video on joins. Student dot id, and we have joined enrollment on enrollment dot student id and student dot id. Another join we will perform, which is of courses, and then on enrollment dot course id equal to courses dot id. After that, we will close the subquery bracket and we'll give an alias of subquery, and then we'll provide a where condition where subquery dot course equal to physics 101. We'll close and then we'll run this application, this query. So yeah, and yeah, our data is returned correctly, which is Travis and Aman. So Travis and Aman are the students who are enrolled for the physics 101. Our next query, which next subquery would be, we want the course names for the student Alice. So it will be simple. We'll type select subquery dot course from, then from we will select the student dot name, and then we'll select courses dot name as course from student, and then we'll join enrollment on enrollment dot student id equal to student dot id, and then we'll join courses on enrollment dot course id equal to courses dot id, and then we'll close the subquery bracket. We'll make it subquery. Guys, you can use any name in place of subquery. I have used it subquery for a simplified explanation. Where clause we'll provide, and then we'll say subquery dot name equal to Alice. Our query looks good. Let's run and see the result. And we get returned the courses which Alice is enrolled in, which is Numerology 101, Economics 101, Maths 101. So guys, we have solved the first and the third exercise with two approaches. The first approach is to create a separate view and then provide our select statement to view the respective data as per the where clause. And the second approach is of a subquery, which I have shown you here. Now for exercise 2 and 4, the approach is similar. We have to make a join with the teaching table, and again we can solve both of these with subquery as well as creating view. So first I'll create the view and show you the data, and then we will play with subquery and see the results. So let's get started. Create view. Let's call it instructor. Let's call it instructor courses join, and we'll use an alias as, and then we'll say select instructors dot name as professor. Okay, next courses dot name as courses. Now we will be selecting as course from instructors. Then we'll join teaching on teaching dot instructor id, instructor id equal to instructors dot id. Next we'll join courses on let's say teaching dot course id equal to courses dot id, and our query looks safe to execute. We have provided every detail. Let's run it and check. And yeah, our table is created. So how we can check whether the table is created? We can use the command show tables, and we can see that select instructor courses join is created. Our next operation will be select star from instructor courses join. I think that there is some instructor let's copy it, select star from v and yeah, our data is visible. Now what we can do is, there's basically a spelling mistake here. We forget to add the R in here. Okay, now let's add, now let's based on the exercise, query our data and get the values. So we want to find the instructors who teach Math 101 course. So we can simply write select professor from instructor courses join where course equal to Math 101 and we close it. There's a mistake in the spelling. It's Maths 101. And yeah, it's Professor Jay who teaches Maths 101. Next data we want to query is select. Next data is retrieve, find the instructor who teach math. List all courses taught by Professor Smith. So we'll say select course from our data, our table where professor equal Prof Smith. And yeah, Prof Smith teaches Physics 101. So guys, we have shown you the approach of problem 2 and problem 4 with the view. Now we will write the subqueries to achieve the similar results. Let's get started. Select again. It is simple, very simple. We'll type in subquery dot name and then we'll say from and we'll open our brackets. In the brackets we will type select instructors dot name and courses dot name as course. We'll select this value from instructor and then we will join teaching on teaching dot course teaching dot instructors id equals, made a mistake in the spelling, instructors dot id, and then we'll do another join courses on teaching dot course id equals courses dot id. We'll close this, we'll make it subquery and then as subquery, and then we'll provide a where clause subquery dot course equals maths 101. We'll close it, we'll execute. This query looks good to me. We'll execute this query. And yeah, we get the result. Professor J teaching Maths 101. Our next query wants us to give the course which Professor Smith teaches. So let's write the subquery of the same. Subquery dot, I'll say course, and then I'll say from, and then I'll say select instructor dot name courses dot name as course from instructors join teaching on teaching dot instructor id equals instructors dot id. Now we'll join courses on teaching dot course id equal to courses dot id, and then we'll close our bracket. We'll make it as subquery, and then we'll write a where clause where subquery dot name equals Prof Smith, and we'll provide a semicolon. This query looks good. Let's execute it and see the results. And yeah, our result is Physics 101. So Professor Smith teaches Physics 101. So guys, we completed these 4 exercises. In today's video, we covered the many-to-many relationships, and we tried solving 4 practical exercises in 2 different approaches. Now, I would definitely like to know your point of views on these 4 exercises. If you think that it can be solved with any other methods, I more than welcome you to share the solution, and there will be a separate dedicated playlist coming soon for joins, where there will be a separate dedicated playlist for one-to-many. There will be a dedicated playlist on constraints and alter table topics. There are many in the pipeline. All these are coming very soon, and stay tuned for these contents. Thanks for watching, and if you do like the content, consider subscribing. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Before leaving, I want to show you guys 2 other different commands which basically drops our view. So let's say I want to drop the views which we created for the query purpose. These tables are as follows. Let's see these tables, show tables, and yeah, we have 2 tables, and how we can drop them is very simple. We'll type the command drop view, and we will give the table name which we want to drop, basically the view table which we want to drop, and yeah, it's dropped. Let's drop our second view table. This is dropped too. Let's check whether these tables are dropped, and yeah, it's dropped. So guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for much contents coming in the near future. Thank you.